Shalom, all praises to Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to the elect, Bashem Rachak Kodash. My name is Jacob from Plaintables Camp. This is Vocab Malone attempts to break down Isaiah 14 and fails miserably.
Like if you go, the Babylon in Isaiah 14 is the same Babylon in the book of Revelation. Babylon in the book of Isaiah 13, Jeremiah 50, 51, and other scriptures is the same Babylon that's mentioned in Revelation. So he doesn't understand that. Isaiah chapter 14 is a future event. So let's go ahead and listen.
Minister Meach and Vocab Malone in the smoke room. You got to unmute yourself. Tell us what's happening.
Hey, what's going on, brother? No, I was I seen I clicked the link that you had sent me, so I just jumped on. How you guys doing, bro?
Good. We're trying to do a focused Hebrew Israelite, calling all Israelites, come jump on smoke room. So that and Christians want to bring specific questions or issues related to that topic tonight, because usually a smoke room is for everybody, but we're trying to make it specific. So do you want to bring smoke to the Hebrew Israelites, J3? You got something you want to contend with them?
Yeah. How did they always bring up Isaiah 14, and they have it in their carnal minds that they're gonna have slaves and servants in the kingdom, but in my opinion, when I read Ezra chapter 2 and Nehemiah chapter 10,
it's not a private interpretation. The Isaiah 14 is very clear.
And you see Solomon's servants, that has been fulfilled already. So I want to ask them that. What's up with that? They always run from that.
Let me bring that back.
Solomon's servants, that has been fulfilled in the kingdom, but in my opinion, when I read Ezra chapter 2 and Nehemiah chapter 10, and you see Solomon's servants, that has been fulfilled already. So I want to ask them that. What's up with that? They always run from that.
Well, have you got to have many conversations with these guys or gals yourself?
Yeah, but they go, usually what happens is they go to Isaiah 60 or Isaiah 63, and they never deal with the text.
Yeah, well, if you were going to instruct a Christian in how to use some of those passages in dialogue, what advice would you give them?
I would have them really study the history, the historical context of just Judah, like going into captivity and then coming back from Babylon, just to study.
Now, he's an idiot. This never happened. And the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of Yahweh for servants and handmaids, and they shall take them captives whose captives they were. When the hell did our ancestors have the Babylonians in slavery? When did he have the Edomites in slavery? All right, where is that at? The Syro-Babylonians, the Edomites, other nations. And it shall come to pass in that day that Yahweh shall give thee rest from thy sorrow and from thy fear, and from hard bondage wherein thou was made to serve. So I got they to go into slavery again? This didn't happen yet. And thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon and say, how hath the oppressor ceased and the golden city ceased? Yahweh hath broken the staff of the wicked and the scepter of the rulers. This is the end. This is coming into the kingdom. This is the kingdom. This is not something that happened and then we went back into slavery again. No, this is the end. Who smote the people with wrath with a continual stroke, who ruled the nations with anger and persecuted, and none hindereth. The whole earth is at rest and quiet. They break forth into singing. This is easy. This is impossible to have happened already. He just made that. I don't know if he just might have just made that up on the spot, or he was in his mind to say that. But they always run from it. I don't know. Do we have video evidence of that? I don't know who he was talking to. They go to other scriptures. You don't have to go to any other scriptures. You can just read it, and it's telling you that in the kingdom we're going to have the other nations in slavery, and then you can put precept upon precept. After you break it down here, it's pretty clear. All right, that this did not happen yet. All right, meaning the Babylon going down. All right, and who smote the people with a continual stroke. All right, and this king of Babylon here is referring to the Edomites. All right, it's not referring to the ancient Babylonians. All right, the whole earth is at rest. This is how we know it's not talking about the ancient Babylonians. All right, the ancient Assyro-Babylonians did not oppress the whole earth. Yet the fir trees rejoice and the cedars of Lebanon, saying, since thou art laid down, no feller has come up against us. Those are the other nations. All right, they're not being cut down by the Edomites. All right, whose spiritual name is Babylon. All right, that's all. That's what it means. All right. Hell from beneath is moved to meet that coming. This didn't happen yet, meaning that his destruction is at hand. All right, it stirred up the dead for thee, even the chief ones of the earth. It have raised up the other nations. They're going to come together and they're going to destroy Babylon, America. And it hath raised up from the thrones all the kings of the nations. All that speak and say unto thee, art thou also become as weak as we? Art thou become like as us? All right. Thy pomp is brought down to the grave, and the noise of thy vows, the worms is spread under thee, and the worms cover thee. How, meaning they're in decay, they're falling. All right. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which did weaken the nations? It's not just talking about 4 or 5 nations in the ancient world. All right, it's talking about the whole earth. All right, and Lucifer is not one man. All right, Lucifer is referring to the Edomites, the people that hold the light, that hold the power in this world currently. It's not talking about the ancient Babylonians. All right, it didn't change subject. It was Babylon here, and then it's talking about Lucifer here. No, Lucifer is Babylon. The Babylonians here is referring to the Edomites that have control over the earth right now, what, through military, technology, medical, spiritual. They have control of the earth. All right, Lucifer, the light bearer. All right, so the thou hast ascended. It says, I will, for thou hast said in thy heart, I will ascend unto heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of God. The ancient Babylonians never did that. I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. When did the ancient Babylonians ever do this? All right. They didn't have the technology to even do this. Yet thou shalt be brought down to hell, to the sides of the pit, meaning you're going to be destroyed. And you're eventually going to go into slavery. They that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, is this the man that made the earth tremble and did shake the kingdoms? This is not ancient Babylon. All right, this is referring to the modern day Edomites, all right, mainly in America, all right, but all the nations of the different Edomites are going into slavery. They're going to have a common slavery. All right, but the kingdom, when this falls, these are the most proud, pompous Edomites that are dwelling here in America, that made the world a wilderness and destroyed the city thereof, that opened not the house of the prisoners. When did the ancient Babylonians enslave the world? All right, mentally, okay, mentally in your mind, you adapt. Everyone on the earth adapts to the Western way in some way, shape, or form, whether it be the technology or their pseudo stance on morality. All right, I mean, you got to have a democracy. You got to give women rights. You support the so-called Jays. What America says is true and right, and they have the right to police the earth. They have the American exceptionalism. All right, they made the world a wilderness and destroyed the city thereof. They opened not the house of the prisoner. So the world is polluted with this sense of America's Babylon is right. All right. Because they have them trapped in their mind. That's just one way, you know. They're mentally trapped. They all use the money system. All right. This modern day fractional reserve banking, which is not even fractional anymore. The gold and silver don't even exist. It's not backed by anything. So it's not even fractional. It's just not even there. All right. Because fraction, that's like a part of it, you know, part of it's, you know, still backed. All right. So, yeah, this is impossible to be talking about the ancient Babylonians. The Israelites never had the ancient Babylonians in slavery. Never had the Edomites as a whole, you know, in slavery. You know, they had their positions where the Edomites went down and Jake was ruling over them. But as a whole, they're not. The Edomites have not gone into slavery over all parts of the earth, like the fulfillment would be when Isaiah 14 and Obadiah clearly does it. Because right now Esau is partitioned and they're enemies with each other. You know, Russia, Europe, and so-called, you know, Europe and America. They're partitioned. Those are the main places where they inhabit. So the ancient Babylonians did not have control over the whole world. That he could oppress the whole world. The modern day Edomites, all right, who this is talking about, all right, where their country is spiritually called Babylon. All right, it's one of their main countries, and then you have Gog and Magog. All right, so it's clearly referring to a future prophecy. It's going to come to pass. Now the oppression is currently happening, but the destruction did not happen yet. So it is impossible for this to be have already come to pass. All right, because Lucifer, which is Esau, Edom, so-called white man, did not get put in subjection. So this dude's a fool. He's clearly a fool. All right. It already happened yet. This dude's a psychopath, man. All right, I'll leave that there. I'll leave the Apostles video here. I believe his other channel has a strike on it, so he's using what is the 666 Mark II space GMS Truth. What is the 666 Mark II, and it's a space, GMS Truth. All right, I'll leave that there. Hope you edified. Shalom.